Welcome back to part 2 of What If Deku was, or not Deku, the What If Sideswipe was in My Hero Academia. I wanted to throw someone off when I say Deku. So, in this, where we left off, him talking to Endeavor, and Endeavor says, "Don't go easy on my son," and yada yada. Yeah. So then, so, yeah. So then Todoroki says, "I won't use my fire near or her because of, yeah." But then his side tribe's like, huh. as Todoroki's like asking, what's so funny? Well, you should be dang lucky to have the ice and fire powers. Because having two quirks is better than having what I have. Illusion quirk, but that's not all. I'm very special, kinda. I want to. I'm very. Usually, you see me talking to myself like a crazy man, but I'm not crazy. As he telepathically tells the demon self, "Ready to come out?" Yes. And, whoops, and you should be thankful that you're not talking to the undead creatures. Like this one that I'll show you. Come on out. As the demon creature comes, as his body starts to form, as he as he says, "I am only," as he tells the as he tells Todoroki that I am, or this is what he says, "I am the one of his many friends. I am his younger brother. We are family. He and I don't have, or we do not need to You are the only one that should be thankful that you're not in the team." Okay? As the sideswipe tells the demon, "How about we not straight up kill him? Just play around with him and like knock him out of the ring, okay?" Okay. As Todoroki uses his ice, and yeah, he as he throws Todoroki out of the stadium, as he transforms back into his human self, as he says, "Usually that's what I have to deal with every single day, Todoroki. You should be thankful that you don't have this demonic power. And I also have the infinity and zero. I could have just straight up snapped my fingers, pointing at you, and you would be erased. You should be thankful that, okay? As, yeah. Okay? As the zombie girl tells him, calm down. You're the one, as he walks away. Yeah, I'm a girl. I know. Elman, let's say he has teleportation thing. So he teleports him to where Hero Killer Stain's at. And he says, before you, my Flynn. Usually as he grabs Hero Killer Stain and knocks him out. Oh. Because his eye thing turns into black, so as he hypnotizes him so well that he told, now it's time for you to take a nap. As he puts his hand on his chest as the Hero Killer Stain slept. Yeah. And, yeah. Then he flies, because he's using Vampire Girls' powers of flight. So he flies in, taking Hero Killer Stain to the police station and tells them that as, man, you apprehended your own first villain by yourself. As news reporters are like, breaking news, waffle. So, yeah. So then he comes back. He says, I had a sense of that Tenya's brother, a speed racer guy, was about to get killed by Hero Killer Stain. It's just, I'm doing it for him, so he needs all the credit for it. Okay? Sure. As he goes, okay. When he goes, he wobbles. Right? Sorry. So, yeah. So, and then, yeah. So, the gentleman says, that's a smart move. Yeah, I am the brightest crane and useful, not compared to, like, okay? And so now it's Sideswipe versus the Zuko Midoriya. Yeah. And Zuko and him are like, sometimes, or they actually asked him of course he could tell that he's quirkless, but he won't, like, say it. Because he tells, or he whispers in Todoroki's, to Zuko's ear, then he knows that he's quirkless, but hey, I can give you a quirk. As he gave a quirk to Zuko's, let's say he gave him a same quirk as the let's say, yeah, combined of her quirk and Momo's. Yeah. So, yeah. Because he tells Zuko that what he has. So, are you ready? Yep. Okay. And if I start talking to myself, I'm actually talking to my undead friends, okay? Yeah, no big deal. As, yeah. As he basically, because he's more comfortable around quirkless people and the quirked people than by himself. So, yeah. So he ends up, as Gentleman says, can I do it? Sure. And Eridu, don't make me look bad. Okay? I won't. Yeah. So he takes form, and yeah, he almost tried to kill Zuko. Like, ready? Well, bam! This is unfinished power. Or as Zuko uses his, or as he smacks him around like a little fish. Ish. Yeah. So, yeah. You could tell that he's slowly going into the darkness. But you know what's funny? The gentleman is actually called Darkness. It's so he basically. Can I keep doing that? I don't know. So yeah. So the Zuko is like, oh my goodness. As he reminds Darkness that knock him out, okay? Or knock him out of the ring, kind. As he says, okay. As he knocks Zuko out of a ring. But he does, like, he makes everything dark around him. As everyone's like, why is it nighttime already? Sheesh. As the darkness himself says, it's because every time I show up, it becomes night. Pitch black. As, yeah. They all thought he was, like, overpowered. How about let me deal with it. As he goes back into his body, as it becomes bright as the daylight thing. Yeah. And he says, huh, pretty powerful. I don't know. And so, yeah, then the Zuko got knocked out of the ring. And now it's Bakugo versus him in the final round. And yeah, Zuko ends up, of course, Sideswipes' mom saw what he did. Or actually, she didn't realize it at first. But then when her husband says, is that the same kid that you took away his memories? But he ends up never remembering anyone? Yeah. As I could sense, as her husband's, like, dad, or her dad could sense that her son is not, or is the one of those people that are very special people. And when when she told her dad about he got rid of him, like taking away his memories, as her father flipped out. Like, why did you do that? He was your son. He was, or he's the only one that shared my, like, quirk as his power. So he talks to dark spirits and all that stuff. And you just, like, bye. Yeah. As he's literally freaking out. Yeah, so she didn't realize that her own son is part of this family. So yeah. So she ends up, she doesn't want to, like, he brings the bad news to. So yeah. So she doesn't want to bring keeping her in the dark. But since after a sports festival thing, or actually Bakugo versus him, and you know what he ends up, or who's the one that chose, is a zombie girl. And in this alternate timeline, the zombie girl is way too sexy. I said sexy. Yeah. Like, it would have been like, it would be like Momo times 10,000 million times better. As the zombie girl says, "Hi, I'm zombie girl. Oh, nice to meet you." As, yeah. As every boy, him, or everyone, or actually, when I say everyone, all the men and boys, they ended up getting nosebleeds by just even looking at her. As, yeah, it looked like she just took a, like, dip. You dip, we dip, we dip. Sorry. So, yeah, they, as Midnight tells Zombie Girl, or Sideswipe, that to knock it off. As she says, "Oh, you're talking about my brother?" See, me and the other ones that you all saw, we are family. So, I'm Zombie Girl. As they're, like, they, all of them, it looked like the pool of blood was filling up. Yeah. As Zuko, as he says, "How about I'll take the wheel?" Okay? As he takes the wheel, yeah, so he says, guess my oldest sister, or second oldest sister, is took off the entire, almost half of you, based off of pool of blood that I see around here. As, yeah, they asked him to, like, not have Zombie Girl, do that. Yeah. The, even him, he got the nosebleed from looking at the Zombie Girl. As, yeah. As he tells, "Ready, Bakugo? Ready as I'll ever be." As Bakugo, he was looking away because he doesn't want to, like, because he got a nosebleed from looking at a Zombie Girl. So, yeah. So let's knock you out first. As or let's say he moves fast, he hits Bakugo in the chest so that yeah. As he says, as Bakugo is like, man, the, who, of course, Bakugo says, when he's out of the stadium, or out of the ring, he says, "Man, if I had to choose between all of the forms that you took, we're all, like, related. So, which one? I would rather pick Zombie Girl because how beautiful she is." That's my favorite form. That's what, hey? As inside of him, she's blushing. Blushing. Her face went from green to red. Because how her. Yeah, she's a tomato. And yeah, he says, huh, you know that's my third oldest. Or one, two, wait. Oldest. And one, two, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's one of, or she's the fourth oldest one. And they're like, whoa, so she's the youngest. And one out of the 6. Yeah. I'm counting like him, the demon, the gentleman, the zombie girl. Oh, is like she's the fourth one, and then the fifth one is her or this one. But then, as he says, as Bakugo is ready to like go toe to toe again, as out of nowhere, like phased out of thing, saying that he looks, turns his head, he sees the girl with a like same hair, same outfit, but black eyes with white skin and a top hat. As she says, "Rest, please." As she looks gorgeous, as Bakugo fell to sleep, as everyone couldn't believe how fast he moved. As her Big Hands girl put two to two together, when he says, or don't you think about it, there's, when he says family, he doesn't say, or he talks about himself, like those 5 undead creatures is his family. So yeah, that all sharing the same body, that's just weird. But there is a 7th one, or actually it's a combined of Sideswipe and one of the other one. So yeah. So then after the sports festival interned him, he got more like recommendation than Todoroki, Bakugo, Zuko, everybody combined. As he's trying to figure it out. And yeah, a silver-haired girl could not stop thinking about him, Sideswipe, by himself. As, yeah, with so many like creatures and hun. Alright. So there's so many creatures that are inside of him. She's, yeah. So she was in bed. She couldn't think straight enough. So it was finally time, and for her to. It was time for. So let's pick one random thing. Or I'm actually skipping the sports or the internship. So the camp arc, or the first the mall arc, then let's say class B student, who went with them, or went with her friends, like the green haired girl and big hands girl, to go shopping to get her mind off of her of those of sideswipe thing. As sideswiping was like, well, which one should we pick? Well, as he, as, yeah, as the store owner knows that when, basically all of them know that when he starts talking to himself, he's actually talking to those, yeah. So, yeah. And by the way, his clothes do change. Or actually, they really don't change. Like, yeah. So then finally, when she saw him, she starts blushing like she wants to, but at the same time she doesn't want to, like, in front of everybody. Because that's too embarrassing for her. As then, when they were gonna head home she walks up to him in the alleyway and she tells him that since after we first met, you and I really wanted to, like, ask you out. As, yeah, because how creepy you are. You're so cute when you're being creepy. Talking to those undead people or creatures, and you have the abilities. Yeah. As she loves him so much. As he runs up to him and hugs him. As, yeah. Only people that do know that what's going on is Zombie Girl, Vampire Girl, inside of him is saying, just accept it. Okay. As she says, would you, like, of course this is what he says to him. Or, And she says, "Will you date me?" As she's kind of nervous of. As he says, "Of course. I like creepy stuff too. That's why my I got it from my grandpa's, or I had it a really long time." As yeah, so they both were dating, and but now back at, let's change over to hers, as she doesn't remember her brother that much, or she doesn't remember at all. Reason why? Because her mother, here I'll just use it. So her mother changed her memories so that she thinks that she's the only child that they have. But then when her mother changed her mind again, or back to the way it was, as she's asking, "Where's my brother at?" "Oh, he's at UA." But the as he as she's like says that I made a goofy mistake. As she's like, "What do you mean, goofy mistake?" There. As she says, "Well, I thought he was talking to himself because he was crazy. But turns out he inherit the powers to, here, set it down with me." As she starts talking about like how her father has or for millennia had a power to talk to the underground creatures, and only person that, or like this generation and your brother has that power, and you have a quirk of illusions because such and such. Yeah. As she could not believe her own brother and has this. Yeah. So yeah, then the whole like she says your brother took in Hero Killer Stain. When he was supposed to be at Sports Festival, but then yeah. So it was basically so you're saying my brother did all that without any, or he achieved, as she says, plus your brother, or the power that he was born with to talk to it is his own. So, and he also needed was infinity and zero. as what my father needed, but then to wield its power at full power. So yeah, then Inko, or not Inko. So she couldn't believe that her own mother is telling her that her brother is the most powerfulest kid, most powerfulest brother that she ever had. Yeah. And so, yeah. Then let's switch back over to Sideswipe. He's dating her for a long time. Or, like. So now the camp park. They're actually skipping the camp park. Or actually, when they first arrive, he told her that she will probably be there. And so, yeah. So, she ends up, like, or all of them played Truth or Dare. And they're like, okay. As they tried everything, or they did Truth, and then, yeah. Let's say Jiro did, like, Dare. Yeah. I'm gonna play his soothing music. As he or play rock and roll music. So then, yeah. As then, so All for One heard that through millennia, that whoever were controlled or has the power of the five creatures or undead creatures of each type is very rare. So they kidnap Sideswipe, but then Sideswipe and yeah, he doesn't remember because his mother took away his memories, so he doesn't remember anything. So, yeah. But he remembers her face. How beautiful she is. As he's woke up, and instead of his eyes, it's that girl's eyes. As she says, "What do you want from me?" As all for one says, "That's easy. I wanted that power for my own." Because you haven't heard the story of usually when someone controls the power, you could control the entire world. As Sideswipe isn't like that interested in taking over a world. As long as he has like the family and friends, he's good for a month. He wields that much power. As all for one could tell that someone took away your memories. So, yeah. Then the whole like shenanigans. And yeah, Zuko ends up, or no, Sideswipe breaks out a thing because of him. As he says, you're just a lowlife thing. Yeah. As, yeah. He basically went. Or, so, sorry, I was trying to click on this guy. So, yeah. So then the All Might versus All for Ones arc thing. And he steps between them, absorb the attack of All for Ones. Because he had zero, as he says, having this much power now. Sometimes I even think, I think it's a blessing to have this much power. As he shoots a beam of light. And, yeah, as something tells him in the back of his head, or in the, like, of, let me do it, as a certain voice that he recognizes. It was I almost said St. Jude's Nahek. Nickel. But it's Satan. So Satan decided to tell him that this is what Satan looks like when he entered into his body. Yeah, he moves fast. As he says, you're gonna. As all of them couldn't believe that. They didn't realize that some of them are scared out of their minds. They didn't realize that you're are gonna be tortured. As he stabs All for One, it rips out his heart. Just because he had a power to move quirks into, or powers into certain areas of a person's body. So he moves all the quirks to All for One's heart. Grabs it, rips it out, crushes it. And all these skeleton monsters comes and grabs Overhaul and drags him down into the grave. As he turns around, as he says, you're next when that time comes. All for One. Or All Might. As he leaves, as Yeah. As he's like, oh, man. As he's drowsy as a what just hit me on the head. As they're like, you're okay. Yeah. And yeah. So then and let's say the next day they came to school, and human Pikachu tells him, man, you had that much power at your fingertips? Man, if I had that power, I would have just attracted all the girls to me. Mm. Yeah, but you would also probably break the world and have electricity go through you and you end up instantly dying. True. But then, of course, Mina um couldn't is trying to make a joke, but she kept it to herself because it might offend Zombie Girl, Vampire Girl, or like any of them. But he says, let's hear that joke. Hey? Mina. As he's smiling, as she's like, okay. As she makes a joke about the. So if. Are you like the spawner of that? I actually never heard that joke before. As he laughs, she thought he was about to kill her, but then realized he's laughing so hard. And yeah. So then, silver haired girl, oh, is still flirts with him. But then, yeah, of course, at class 1B, or the, or actually during the, or before school thing, a young woman came out of nowhere as she asks Sideswipe, or are you Sideswipe? Yes, I am, ma'am. What do you want? Hun, from me. And, or, well, or actually, do you know where Sideswipe is? That's me. Well, and she says, well, I wanted to ask you about, do you want to go back to, or do you want to be part of this family? Then, as, or actually, you want your memories back of who you were, her, and as he thinks about it, because he never knew his actual family. So he says, sure. And I actually never. He says it, and I actually never knew my parents. and all that stuff. As he walks, oh, I don't want to be late, so okay. And she, or of course, he tells her, or no, she tells him to meet her at her house thing. And he still keeps his original memories of the of her him dating her. So yeah. And she thinks he cheated on her. But then when he says, I actually never knew my real parents are, so this is probably the only time that, as he doesn't understand why they, yeah. So yeah, basically she basically understood, like, or she understands what it is as, yeah, because, and everybody's like, wants to rejoin families again. So please wait for part 3.